What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 15 of my Total Warhammer II modded Throgg campaign. So as we saw last time, a very Wulfrik-focused episode saw Wulfrik defeat several forces belonging to the Marineburgers quite successfully. So nice that he's getting a little bit of a spotlight, and he will continue to do so as he goes after Marineburg itself, which is going to be pretty interesting. We might even be able to take it. I'm not entirely sure whether we're going to sack it or not, though. Gonna have to think about that one. I do want the Marineburg Harbor just because it generates a lot of cash, and I do think that Norsca is able to get it as well. But no matter what, this thing's going to go down to level 3, so we're going to lose out on, I believe 2 of these buildings will disappear, which is going to be unfortunate. In the meantime, Throgg is also ready to attack Wrecker's Point. Marineburg is actually having a really bad time having started to fight us. We are probably just going to ignore their fort over here because Wulfrik can't take it, unfortunately. Maybe we'll leave Kemmler to deal with it. Kemmler's actually doing a reasonably decent job, and he does seem to have some armies out here, which is quite nice. Maybe he'll do what Musion or the Red Duke failed to do and actually survive and help us out. Possibly might even ally with him later, as we don't really care about the interior provinces. He is certainly welcome to them. Would be nice also to link up with the other vampire faction over here, because maybe we can make an alliance and destroy the Empire between us. But yeah, that's going to take a while. In the meantime, as this is the 5th episode in the series, being the 15th episode, I just want to quickly remind you guys to drop those likes and comments, yada yada yada, whatever I usually say. If you want to support the channel, if you enjoying the content and like the particular scheduling of this thing, and yeah, you know the drill by now. There we go. Let's continue. So Frog and Throgg, rather, are going to start by attacking Wrecker's Point. We are going to have to fight this. I don't think I'm going to bother making this one a cinematic battle, although they do have some troops. You know what? Maybe we'll do it anyway, just for the fun of it. It'll mean more editing, but we do have to have the trolls basically kill everything here. And, you know, I personally enjoy watching that stuff. There will probably be a limit of how many episodes I will devote to doing stuff like that, where it's just going to be Throgg and Frog and the trolls wrecking face. But as the army gets replaced, we'll have more interesting sieges, obviously, because we won't have the Marauders to worry about dying anymore. So the Finmir and the trolls can just charge the towers. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, here we go, another standard siege by Throgg, although I should say, spoiler alert, not so standard, which we will see in a few seconds. Now, the enemy army, while not particularly strong, is fairly decently set up to fight Throgg in particular, as they have 5 units of halberdiers, 2 units of handgunners, and 2 units of outriders, which are pretty good against dragons, such as Frosty over there, as well as 3 units of crossbows. So lots of range units, lots of anti-large units. Pretty damn decent. Now we are approaching. I always love how the trolls are relatively immune to the range fire. Well, they're obviously not immune, but they have 40% missile resistance, while all the trolls other than Throgg have 40% missile resistance, and then there's the troll regeneration, so as soon as they're out of the range of fire, they can regenerate while smacking the gate around. Now, Frosty is going in at the same time. He's going to try to go for these Outriders because I really don't want to deal with them, as they do quite a bit of damage, and it's armor-piercing damage at that, so he will take some damage, but he will do some damage in reprisal, getting that first breath in there and damaging the unit at half HP. They are still alive, but Frosty is quite good at wrecking these larger model units like that, so immediate charge, getting 2 units killed, and he's just going to sit here and try to damage them as much as possible. The enemy Lord over here trying to move in, or is that an Empire Captain? The Empire Captain moves in to try to deal with Frosty, but he will make the Outriders over here rout, so that's a fairly threatening unit that is no longer a threat that we're just going to chase after. So good job, Frosty. I'd love to pat both of your heads. Alrighty. And he does try to chase them down a little bit, just so that they run off the field over there, and we don't have to deal with them later. Now, in the meantime, Throgg and Frog are making their way through the gate. Not doing a crazy amount of damage, but at least they're all here. We saw in the, one of the first sieges where they all got stuck out here and kept taking damage. That was really weird. It hasn't repeated itself since, so it makes me think it's one of the pathing issues on one particular map. But since map assets are reused constantly, I'm hoping that we don't run into the same situation. Good job, Frosty. You've taken that thing out, and you can freely take out this mortar unit over here as well. Now, the mortars are fairly helpful, and that's why I immediately don't go after it. Because in the previous battles, the trolls have benefited greatly from enemy mortars actually firing down and killing their own allies. The Empire Captain bravely charges on his own into the pile of trolls. Takes a huge hit from Throgg, or takes a huge hit from Throgg, rather, and then immediately smacked down by Throgg as well, and then he gets surrounded. This is not going to be going so well for him. Well, let's see, where's his health bar? It's actually kind of hard to see it among all those trolls. Can't even see the unit. Poor guy, he's at about, what, 20? Oh, wow, he's basically dead. And I believe that's the end of him. Trolls are done with that. And now, interestingly enough, I notice here that none of the enemies are actually going to leave the walls, and that's just fine. If they're going to act like that, then we can do something a little bit cheesy that I basically never do, and go straight for the victory point. The path is completely open. They're not guarding anything, not even with their halberdiers, surprisingly enough. So, yeah, they're welcome to it. And I promise not to do this too often, but this was too funny of an opportunity not to take. And there we go. Frosty destroys the mortars and has the unit itself run away. The enemy do slowly start to react to the goings-on over here by starting to move all their units around in a little bit of a panic, like a kicked-over anthill or something like that. We got 2 units of swordsmen moving up to try to reinforce or to try to prevent us from conquering the point, the capture point over here. Throgg is going to get that vomit in here as soon as possible to try to damage these guys while they're all piled up in a sort of single unit. And you can see him moving up in the background. Here we go. And pretty nice. Very, very nice damage, in fact. Wow. There's a lot of units knocked down and quite a bit of damage. The Outriders look like they got hit as well, and our trolls start moving in to try to scare these guys away. Watch the Outriders run away. In the meantime, the Dragon also going to get a breath onto these guys, so they are having a really bad day. They really shouldn't have gone first. I guess they didn't learn after what happened to the Empire Captain. Poor troops. Also, this is kind of an interesting map. So we're in a former dwarven city that was occupied by orcs, as we can see the stone idols and the orky constructions over the dwarven stuff, that is currently occupied by the Empire and being attacked by the Norscans. Yeah, lots of factions have a stake at Wrecker's Point here, don't they? Alrighty, and now these guys are moving in as well. Halberdier is going to try to deal with Throgg, but there's not nearly enough of them to do anything to these two. They're old hands at killing halberdiers by now. We also have our Norsca Dice Trolls standing here waiting for the enemy line to actually move in. Frosty was trying to go after the Outriders over here, but he got caught by the halberdiers a little bit. So I do try to move him away. I don't know why these handgunners tried to charge him, but they are going to get a volley off. Sorry, Frosty, you took a little bit of damage. And I'm staying here with regard to the Norsca Dice Trolls simply so that they stay in the victory point. We're actually at 27 seconds to go before this place is ours, and the enemy army hasn't really fully arrived. We also have started our main army moving in because they've abandoned all the towers to try to reinforce, but looks like they won't even get here in time to do anything about that. To stop this portion of their host, I send in the Norsca Dice Trolls, which block all of these units, and we have 5 seconds remaining. And this battle and this city immediately turns ours. 0. There we go. There's the victory. Everybody becomes shattered, and we have won it. Oh, what a hilarious battle. Well, I wasn't expecting this, but it's pretty interesting because this episode is going to turn out to be a sort of siege comparison between 2 completely and utterly different sieges. So stay tuned for that. You know, I've played this game for a very long time, and I don't remember the last time I did that sort of thing. I really never bothered to try to go for the capture point. I think there have been some very close battles where it was sort of necessitated by sending a couple units there, but I don't remember if they were ever successful. Certainly shows you how the AI can be cheesed like that, because with them standing on top of the walls like that, they became completely useless and lost all their territory. Anyway, just something a little different for the amusement of nothing else. Alright, decisive victory, no losses. We are going to sack... I mean, nah, 12k is still pretty good. We'll sack it and then we'll retake it. And hey, we got Butcher. Wait, Butcher gives us more from sacking stuff? Yeah, sure. Makes sense to me. Kurgan's Slave Merchant. Sacking settlements plus 10. Alrighty, we can get even more money out of sacking settlements if we build into it. You know what? That's a chieftain. We'll replace the barbarian with the slave merchant. And what else do we have here? We have Dragonbone Riders, which also buff up both raiding and sacking. And the Kurgan chieftain is... I don't want to replace the Greyling Werekin because it buffs up the wolves and stuff. We'll probably replace this and give it to Wulfrik later, but we're fine for now. We could technically replace this cultist with something. Oh, we don't have a collector on him. We just have one on Wulfrik. Well, hopefully we'll get one as well, because Wulfrik needs it too. In the meantime, we are going to occupy Wrecker's Point. We don't really care about the outpost in and of itself. I do, however, mostly care about, repair. Just having these places be attacked first before our actual Norscan territories. There sort of as a buffer zone. Not that they'll ever be bringing too much money or anything like that. In fact, we need to untax them because they'll run out of public orders sooner rather than later. And we got pretty good in terms of cash. And we don't even need to build anything right now. We're just trying to save up for Sirtha Ek here. Now you... I'm thinking we can auto-resolve this one. Let's see. I don't really trust you, auto-resolve. I'm going to do it anyway. Let's hope that this doesn't do anything crazy. Okay, a few losses, but that was such a waste of time. I really didn't want to fight it. We're going to kill those captives. Then we're going to go back to our own territory and move into Wulfrik and camp stance. There we go, Wulfrik and camp. That will mean we'll be about, what, about 95-ish% efficiency in terms of our army being healed up, and then we'll attack Marienburg itself the turn after that. Unfortunately, I think what'll happen is when we attack Marienburg, they'll start building an army at Grungzint and try to relieve Marienburg. What I was hoping to actually avoid that, but they still have too many territories for us to completely avoid that, because they could just do that in the fort as well. So, yeah, there's really no choice. But it's fine. In the meantime, we could probably upgrade some of Wulfrik's stuff. Upkeep, yes. Let's go for upkeep, and let's also build this Marauder Champion's Kingship. That is pretty good. I would love to get some Marauder Champions on the field. They're a little bit expensive, but they've got fairly decent stats. 86 armor, 49 melee attack, and 54 melee defense. Pretty okay. Still weaker than a greatsword unit, it looks like, but they are only tier 3 after all, so that should be fine. And let's see, you're from faction-wide sacking settlements. Oh, that's quite nice as well. Oh, damn, we have to choose. You know what, we're probably not going to be recruiting anything out of these guys next turn, so let's start with this, and then we'll upgrade the other thing after that. Alright, good job, Wulfrik. And I believe that's the end of this turn. We still need to get all of our mages to us, and they are slowly but surely approaching. Elves haven't really bothered us lately, but we see Sarah over here, and that might mean they might sail up to Longyi. Longyi, I feel like, can defend itself. It has a pretty decent stack here, so hopefully nothing bad will happen there. Anyway, let's end the turn. Let's see if the Empire does anything interesting. I actually completely forgot about you. You know what we should do? We should summon a bunch more mages. I think that's going to be beneficial, because we are currently at 2 out of 7 regular mage capacity. If we get a bunch more mages on the field, we just have them stealing tech everywhere, just absolutely everywhere, because all factions hate us anyway. So if we have like 5 extra mages stealing tech, we should be able to get some decent benefit out of that, even if it's going to cost a lot of upkeep. Alright, so they're building their first army in Marienburg. But they don't have another army available. You're level 13, so unfortunately you're probably going to kill this guy. Let's try to move to Karlberg over here. We're at war. Maybe this guy will leave us alone if we move far enough away. Wait, yeah, just try to steal tech from Karlberg. Don't die, please. Okay, you failed, but you didn't die, so... Alright, let's go max out Specialist so you can hopefully steal that tech. Altdorf. We are going to take you, but eventually. You got a steam tank and some demi-grips and Reichsguard. Yeah, even... oh, and Gotrek is here as well. Even Throgg's army probably wouldn't be able to handle that. Alright, let's spend a little bit more cash while we're at it. Let's build a defensive building here, because we need to get the troll building here as well, right? Yeah, but you're rank 3, okay. Or tier 3, rather. Okay, so Throgg. Question about what to do with you. Do we move to take our... Yeah, we have to. It's 14k for a base, for probably an auto-resolvable attack. Yeah. We gotta do that. There's no choice about that one. And Gorcel is another 10k. Like, look at all these free territories, basically. Wulfrik, though, we're gonna have you attack Marienburg right now. You are going to go... Let's see, we already have the Fervent Creatures upgrade, which makes our armored skin most probably pretty nasty. 63-64, and that's without redline buffs, right? Yeah, that unit is going to be glorious. But in the meantime, we do want to get Flying Longship. But we need 2 points here, so we should just get one of these other ones. We don't get any benefit out of Sarl's Finest yet. We could buff up Wulfrik himself for Executioner of the Gods. Alternatively, we could go, let's see, World Walker will increase campaign movement range. And you know what, that doesn't really help right now. Eternal Challenger will also buff up Wulfrik. It's all good stuff that we're gonna get, but I feel like right now we just need to head towards Flying Longship, so let's go for Countless Offerings, I think. The campaign movement range might turn out to be helpful. Although powering up Wulfrik might be better early. Now, you know what, if we have to chase an army, I'd rather this, especially if they try to run away. And then we'll get Flying Longship next, then we'll get the rest of the points after that. And you, in the meantime, are going to siege this place. How long will they take to surrender? I'm willing to bet 6 turns. 7 turns. Oh, damn. Yeah, they're going to build up a full army and attack us before we can do that, unfortunately. I don't think we can take the walls, just because their troops are going to be too strong. 40-37 on the regular swordsman. Yeah, the Berserkers probably won't even beat them, or if they do, they will at massive casualties, one-on-one. And Wulfrik's on his mount, so he can't climb the walls either, and we can't benefit from Seafang while we're up there. But in the meantime, we can try to build a ram and some towers. I mean, if we can siege for 2 turns, we will have 8 towers, so we could technically get all of our Berserkers up on the walls. Maybe that'll mean a victory. It would be nice to be able to sack and then immediately conquer Marienburg. We'll see. It's at level 4 right now, so it'll go down to rank... I actually don't know whether it'll go down to rank 3 or 2, because if we sack it, it'll go down by 1. And then I feel like if we establish Outpost, it'll go down by another 1. Because Wrecker's Point was at rank 3 when we attacked it, wasn't it? I could be wrong, but I swear it was rank 3. And if it was at rank 3, we sacked it and went down to 1, and then we captured it again and then went down by another rank. So would that mean it would be better to just occupy Marienburg instead of sacking it? 20k, though. I don't know, I'll think about that one. In the meantime, we got upgrades to do, so let's do them. We should probably make a gift to the Dark Elves as well, if we have any money left over after doing all. We gotta keep our economy flowing. Or the gold flowing, or whatever. Let's see, yeah, keep those glacial passages going, and... Ooh, hello, Fortress of the Dang, rank 4, that's really nice. Alright, we'll get another building out of that. And Dark Elves, I wanted to talk to you.
I have
Argonath specifically.
Or love for diplomacy.
Yeah, I know, Hellebron. You still don't want a non-aggression pact, but will you want a non-aggression pact if we offer you, let's say, 3k? No. Okay, fine. Well then, screw you, Hellebron. So mean. Okay, payments. Offer payment. We'll give you a small gift.
Understood.
Just gotta get that relationship growing. If only it wasn't for great power. The problem is, as we keep taking these territories, we're going to get more great power. So that's going to screw up our relationship even more. Cult of Pleasure still loves us, but they might be dead. The ancient city of Quintex is the only place that's still left alive, and it looks like they don't even have an army defending it. Now, they probably have a pretty massive defensive force in there, but I don't know if they can manage to pull this one off, because they're at war with basically everyone around them. I know what you're doing, Marathi. Oh, yeah, and the garrison here is kind of trash, too. What the hell is this? It's mostly trash troops. Tier 1 and 2, largely. One single unit of Blackguard and one single unit of Witch Elves. But other than that, nothing but Bleak Swords, Corsairs, and Dark Shards. Dark Shards are always good, don't get me wrong, but that seems like a trash garrison for a rank 4 city. I guess... Wait, is the ancient city of Quintex unable to build a wall building? I feel like its regular guard is not good enough to warrant that. Oh well. It's not like we have one of those ourselves either, so what can I say? You know, now it's time for Throgg to move it. Let's go through the Sea Corps and try to land at our now... Oh, it's not a port, so we can't land here. We can only land here. Might be worth it. Really depends. You know what? Go through the Sea Corps. Just do it. It's so close that I'd feel... I wouldn't feel right not to grab it. Alright, loot the carcass. This is probably going to be an auto-resolvable battle as well. Yeah, we're not fighting this. This is a waste of time. Hey, stop hurting the dragon. How dare you. Kill the captives. Probably could have taken the money, but whatever. Okay, now that you're out of there, you can try to... You know what? If we move here, we'll at least regenerate a bunch. It'll probably be better than going here. Especially... Wait, can we raid... If we land... You know what, I can't tell if this is land... No, it's not landing here. Okay, yeah, so we're better off going around. And praying that there's not a full stack, like, right here waiting to retake Dietershofen. Plus, we gotta go around and take the Black Pit, because it's another 20k out of it, so... Alright, go. And you are good in terms of regenerating. We're not going to raid our own... No, okay, that's not going to help regenerate, so no need to do that. Okay, you keep growing. And you... What was I gonna get you next? Oh, right, Rally. I would love to go through this line, but let's get Rally first, just to buff up our trolls who are max leveled anyway. Or close enough to... Oh, yeah, they're all max level. And we're gonna get more very, very soon. If nothing else, we could always temporarily get a Lord and build some of them at Longyi here, and then just summon them out of the Cavern of Horrors. And in the meantime... We almost have our mage close to Wulfrik. Now, where are the other two agents? We have you. We need the Bale Fiend and the Weirkin in Throgg's army. Not nearly enough beasts in his army. Alright, go. Ah, move this way, please. Damn you. Oh, damn it, you're supposed to move through the water. I hate how they automatically try to go through land instead of the shortest... instead of the shortest possible path. It's just infuriating. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully I don't forget next turn and then just do the exact same thing. Okay, so you guys are good. And we can, I guess, end yet another turn. We'll see what the Marine Burgers do. It's possible that they'll try to sally out because they think our army is really weak. And it is relatively weak, but it's probably strong enough to defeat a single garrison even with the extra warrior priest in there. 59-67, pretty nice stats, actually. Much more melee defense than Wulfrik. You'd think that Wulfrik would be a more well-rounded sort of character. He's not a berserker, right? He should be able to defend and attack. But when he's on his mammoth, he's going to be pretty disgustingly strong, I think. Probably not to Throgg level, but I guess we'll see. It'll be a nice comparison. And in SFO in particular. Alright, you're going to run... Oh, they're going to abandon Marienburg. Really fascinating. I didn't expect that. Huh. Are they making another army anywhere? Okay, well, regardless. Let's see, we got casualty replenishment. No. Cautious travel. Magic Hydra drop chance plus 15. Campaign movement range loss of own armies faction wide. Ouch. That really hurts. But I don't like the casualty replenishment rate loss. Hero success chance isn't bad, though. But 8% could be really, really hefty when we need it, especially if the Order Tide hits us at the same time we need to fight multiple battles. I just feel like this is riskier. So yeah, we'll take the movement range penalty. 10 turns at 25 is really, really bad, but what can you do? Alright, your seers come to you with a warning. They have received strong, if vague, visions of impending danger. The gods do not tell you which path to take, but they wish you to know that most paths will bring pain, and not the pain of your enemies. Proceed with caution, or you will find the way ahead drenched in the blood of your own warriors. Another good thing about this is, while I don't really care about magic resistance this early on, the magic item drop chance might yield some nice items, which I'd like this early game. We don't have enough of those to go around, so yeah, heed the visions. Why would you disregard the visions anyway? Alright, so you're going to keep staying here. We're not going to be able to wait out the siege, because they'll build an army, or a Reichsguard army will come and attack us, or something. I wonder where their main armies are as well. Oh well. Okay, you can still hit R now. Beautiful. Okay, now this is probably another auto resolve. Yeah. I'm obviously not going to fight battles like this, because we've won battles with like 3 times as many troops, and this is clearly a waste of time. I'm going to quick save this just because I don't trust this, though. Yeah, we're fine. We basically took no damage other than the poor Norscan Warhounds, who the auto-resolve apparently decided to attack all by themselves. You make much sense today, game. Alright, sack this, and we are going to have to wait here for a turn. Hey, we got Superior Attacker as well. Lovely. And another Pigeon Plucker Pendant, which is absolutely useless to us. We're going to go into Raiding Camp stance, so we're going to heal up, then we're going to sack this for the Serpent next turn. We're also going to build you up. We gotta sack 2 more, or raise 2 more places, blah, for the Serpent, and then we'll be able to get the first level gifts. Nice. Alright, well, that'll mean at least something. And let's see, what else do we have here? We got buildings to build, lots of stuff to accomplish this episode. And yes, more Dark Elf buildings. As many as possible. Hopefully by the time we meet Malekith, he's gonna be like, wow, I love you guys and I don't know why. You, Tavi, a Tusk Taker.
Finally, a fight.
You are going to go into this, and I guess I'm not going to lose a Berserker unit for this, because I will probably replace the regular Marauders with Marauder Champions, so we can replace a Marauder pretty freely, I think. Yeah, do that. And then get in the army, right? You have the Infernal Dominance, which does hurt us a little bit, but, well, we do get the benefit of providing armor to the Berserkers, I guess. Okay, now you start stealing tech. Another come on, man. You have one job, and it's to steal tech. I don't really want you to do anything else. I actually forgot what you have in terms of your cunning. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's summon another couple of those. Wait, can we summon one at Kurun? Not yet. In 4 turns. It'll be faster to summon one here and move them in. Alright. Do we have anybody that's interesting? Doesn't look like it. Confident, all units in army. Useless, Diabolic Splendor, useless. Tough and fleet-footed. Yeah, these traits are so damn useless. Alright, well, I guess then we will go... Really, none of you are going to get any kind of benefit on the field, so I'm just going to summon one. Yeah, we're at 2 out of 9 now. So we just got to keep building these guys. In fact, we're going to summon 2. Maybe even 3. Summon 1 of each. Keep them on the field, keep them stealing tech. And then, since we've replaced some of them, maybe they'll be replaced by better ones. Do that, there you go. All 3 of you, move down, steal all the tech you can, and then we can maybe research a lot of stuff. Ooh, hello, lieutenants and captain. Oh, damn it. Hero recruit rank +2. Oh, man. You know what? I can always delete those troops. Yeah, I gotta delete them and resummon them at a higher level. My bad. I didn't realize that we had won enough battles with the Empire to get our first vile knowledge. Oh, well. Okay, you guys go away now. How much did you cost? How much cash did I just waste doing that? Okay, about 4K. Whoops. Goodbye. All of you, goodbye. Oh, man, okay. It's fine. Now, speaking of heroes, I do want to recheck the Bale Fiends to see if a new one has come up that's interesting. And let's see, we got no, and no, not really. Okay. Because we still have 8 or 7 more turns of higher rank Bale Fiends upon summoning Bale Fiend and Weirkin. Both of you get out there. Go join Throgg. Give him your buffs. Okie dokie. I'm shocked that these guys are still alive. What? Krakadrak is dead? Who the hell killed them? That's amazing. I wanted to kill them myself. I wonder if it was the Skaven. It can't possibly have been the Goramadni. Wow, they're all still alive. Usually Kislev destroys them early on. What the hell is going on here? Maybe Kislev is being wrecked by Molder? Well, if Molder is wrecking Face, maybe we try to ally with them even if they hate us? I don't know. Well, good job. Wrecking it at the Hell Pit. Alright, anyway, what else do we have to do this turn? I don't believe anybody else needs to move or anything, so we can end this one. And I do want to attack Marienburg. I'll try to, yeah, we'll definitely try to attack Marienburg this episode. Raiding in Dietershofen. Oh no. It looks like an Imperial army has arrived. We'll have to see how big of an army it is, because we might lose it otherwise. Yeah, these guys appear to have just completely abandoned Marienburg. Lovely. Let's see, here, recruitment rank rather, yes. What else were we gonna get? Not so much a public order important. I think we were going for war tools to try to get the rest of this stuff. Although there's some good stuff in here as well, but we need the extra research rate, so. Okay, now, Dietershofen, okay, they are raiding it, but we can't see. Man, I fear we're gonna lose Dietershofen. If it's a full stack, there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. We could march stance over there, but I think we need to just raise our now while we're here, even if we can't move after, which is... I mean, we could just ignore it and not raise it and then march stance over here to try to save Dietershofen. It is a possibility, but I really want that first rank for the first levels of gifts. And it'll mean another 10% campaign movement range, and Hero and Lord recruit rank. Oh, maybe I should wait for this before summoning our agents, because then we can summon them as starting at rank 5 instead, right? Damn it. Okay, fine. We're just gonna... I'll resolve this again. Do that, and then a raise for the Serpent, please. There we are. We got a Zealot. Wins a magic power reserve, yes. You also gain a rank out of that, Throgg. Nice. What are we gonna get you? Oh, Hulks of Death, I believe, is the yes. Norse Controls and Ice Trolls and Frostworm. Yes, this is perfect. And then we'll have to decide between Fight or Die or Stand or Die. How do you want to die, basically? Now, this does give a fairly decent amount of base weapon and armor-piercing weapon damage increase, which will help the trolls dish out the damage. On the other hand, we have melee attack and melee defense. How are the trolls for melee defense? Fairly low, and they're also fairly high in weapon strength, which means that they get a fair amount of benefit from that buff. They hit a lot harder, and as does Throgg, obviously. Wait, Throgg hits harder than Throgg does? I did not realize this. Wow, that is kind of impressive, actually. Damn. All right. Little bro is stepping up. I would not have expected that at all. Good job. Good job, Throgg. In fact, wait, I just want to check what their missile resistance is comparable at. 10% versus 40%. Yeah, see, once again, I get a little bit annoyed about the fact that you can get all these buffs for trolls, give them 40% missile resistance, and Throgg himself only gets 10%. Like, what the hell is that? And wait, Throgg also has more armor. Wow. And more leadership. So I have more everything else but melee attack and defense and charge. And a little bit less HP. Damn. That's a crying shame. Alright, we still can't get any of these, but soon. Let's see what we got in terms of upgrades, in terms of our ability. Oh, yes, Kuran. Beautiful. We're going to spend all our cash here, probably. Upkeep for trolls, glacial passages. Yes, we're going to get another one of these chaos shrines here. Oh, and you know what? We'll just build the... we'll build our shamans right here. In 3 turns. When we get the Serpent's Favor. Makes sense to me. What else can we build here? Diplomatic relations in Norsca, public order in adjacent provinces. I don't care about it. We should probably build another troll building here, though. If nothing else, it'll be useful. And do we build money buildings here, though? Because this place is already generating a decent amount of cash. We probably wanted to generate at least some more. If we could just build offerings of war and stuff. The thing is, we're going to get more of that when we get the next level of occupied city. I'm just trying to figure out what do we want to build now. I was thinking about building this and the troll building. Just so that we have a relatively close place where we can recruit said trolls. Man. You know what? Let's go half and half. Let's go troll building and dark elf building. And then we'll finish up with both of those. There we go. Korun's looking like it's going to be a very nice outpost. Okay. Vanaheim Mountains. More dark elf building. More dark elf building. And, ooh, yes. Another upgrade to a main line. And then Hellspire. More dark elf building. Speaking of dark elf building, let's give another gift to Harganeth.
Speak, but choose your
Rank,
words.
strength rank 1. Underdog. Well, that's why you root for the underdog, I guess. I don't think anybody wants to call Hellebron an underdog to her face. Let's see. Small gift. There you go. Get another one of those. Now we're at 6 improving to 17. Alright, not bad. I really want you guys to declare war on somebody else so that we can benefit from that as well. But anyway, hero not moved. Which heroes are those? Ah, Frisky Boy. Skill tech. Critical for the love of... Okay, well, he's not been very successful at stealing tech thus far, but hopefully we can fix that eventually. You guys, move into Dietershofen. Let's see if we can't find that Imperial army and see how big it is. And which direction it's even coming from. Is it over here? Is it over there? Oh, it's a full stack, and it's Todbringer. Oh, damn, Dietershofen is gone. Oh, well, at least we can probably hurt this army. And then Throgg will probably be able to catch him right after he attacks Dietershofen. Alright, well, it looks like that'll be some nice fights for Throgg next episode. Not this episode. This episode, what we will want to do is attack Marienburg. We have now 4 towers. Do we need more than 4? Or rather, wait, we have 4, so we have 8. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8. Yeah, we could probably try this. Oh, according to this, we could actually auto-resolve it, but this is lying. The auto-resolve loves to lie. It's not going to be nearly as easy as this. And I'm not going to cheat by going with the auto-resolve, so we are going to fight this. And in fact, we're going to fight this right now, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to make a cut because the last battle was a cinematic one, contrary to what I was originally expecting, so here we go. There it is, and here we go, part 2 of the siege comparison, as I called it earlier with Throgg's siege, as this one will be completely different than that one. Let's find out how different it goes. Alrighty, here we go, round 2 of the sieges in this particular episode. Plus, we actually get to take a look at the Norscan siege towers with all their chaos signs and all their bones all over the place, or their tusks, or whatever the hell. Looks like bones and tusks. Nice, nice. Rustic, but nice. So we do have basically all of our troops in the towers, and except I believe 1 single unit of Marauder Spearmen. Weirdly enough, the enemy forces are actually not really concentrated on the walls nearly as much as I thought they would be, and are having a lot more units down here, which is kind of interesting. I would have thought that they would have tried to respond to all these siege towers, but I guess not. Now, I do send Wulfrik in. I want to get him to the gate, but more importantly, I want him to get close enough to cast Sea Fang somewhere over here so that it can start doing a decent amount of damage. He actually takes a fair bit amount of damage from the range fire as he moves up. I thought that he'd be a little bit more resistant to it, as he has 126 armor or something like that in addition to the shield. I do even dance him around to try to mitigate a little bit of that damage, but he drops very quickly. Just goes to show you how much damage the handgunners do, because you can see how much he dropped from that latest volley of the handgunners, another 15 or so percent. Definitely scary for a unit like that, and handgunners aren't even anti-large. But they certainly do enough armor-piercing damage. So here we go. I do try to move in the Marauder Hunters to try to do at least a little bit of damage to these units, but I quickly realize just how much damage they take, and I immediately move them away to try to get them on the side here so that they can try to get some angle shots. What I probably should have done is use the towers to screen them a little bit more, or alternatively waited until our towers had gone in, or not even sent them at all. But, you know, live and learn. Since we haven't done one of these types of sieges with Wulfrik yet, it is a, you know, it's a time to learn these things. But here come the towers. Soon they will be here. The ram is going to take quite a while to actually get there, because it's going to get stopped by the marauders over here being shot up by all the gunners, which knocks them back and prevents the ram from moving. You can see it's sort of in action here, but you'll see it even more as it goes on. Plus, it doesn't really matter. It's really the towers and all the berserkers on them that are the important bit. This has to be a scary sight, although I really doubt that you'd see towers moving in unison exactly like this. I wish that there was a little bit of randomization to how they move, so that some would move a little faster than the others, perhaps, and, you know, and just to make it a little bit more, I always hesitate to say realistic with regards to Warhammer, but it is essentially what I mean. Okay, but here we go. The ramps from the towers are about to drop, and the halberdiers are about to have a very bad day faced with a horde of angry berserkers. And this is the renowned regiment of berserkers. Oh wait, these are handgunners. Oh, they're going to have an even worse day, and they immediately start trying to run away from there, so that does make sense. And here we go, filing out. These guys, unfortunately, don't even have room to jump down. Oh, there we go. We get in the press, and then same exact thing is happening over here. Lots of handgunners among the enemy troops here, but there is another unit of halberdiers standing all the way back there. And yeah, you can see how I'm moving the poor Javelineers being treated so bad after achieving so much in this particular campaign so far. They're going to go into the woods and hide until the towers at least stop pinging away at them. But in the meantime, the berserkers are vastly outnumbering the enemy troops here. This is pretty rare, as Norscans generally don't outnumber the Empire, and very much true in our campaign thus far as well. But we do get the advantage here. Call it raiding tactics, attacking an under-strength place, but really Marienburg isn't all that under-strength. It's just the case here. If they were super under-strength, I imagine they would have been made part of the Empire a long time ago. So here we go. This flank, I do have the Icehorn Marauders, just so that they could shore up the flank and fight with the Warrior Priest that's also down here. It's armor versus armor. And I do like this unit. I wish that we could actually get more like super marauders like these guys are, or pseudo chaos warriors, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so the handgunners are going to move away, and now they're at least no longer firing at these guys, which means the ram has broken through. We don't really need to move our troops in yet, because we don't actually have any troops on the ground. We're all fighting down here, trying to just kill off everybody on top of the walls before we move in and fight in the narrow streets where the hippogriffs, or the demigriffs, sorry, can actually have access to us. And there we go. On this portion of the wall, it looks like pretty much all the enemies have been killed by the berserkers being ripped apart and beheaded as they are. Oh, this guy lost an arm, this guy lost a head. But it would have been neat to see the berserkers taking trophies or something like that, although I imagine they actually do that after the battle and not during. They're a little bit too busy asking people important questions while they while they actually fight. There we go, just cleaning up the rest of those poor units out here. Both the halberdiers here have routed already, and just the warrior priest led units left out here, who are still holding on grimly in determination, hoping that the warrior priest will pray to Sigmar and pull off some sort of miracle. Obviously that's not going to happen because the dark gods reign triumphant here in Marienburg. The gods have in fact abandoned you, yes. Alrighty, looks like these handgunners have routed as well. They are, no, they're wavering. They're nearly ready to rout. And now we are going to move in and start attacking these guys. I love the immediate charge by the demigriffs there. I try to hit them while they're locked by the wall here, but unfortunately Seafang does no damage whatsoever to them. I guess they have way too much armor and resistance for that to do anything, even though it looked like it hit most of them while they were stuck. The pathing is really, really weird in these cities, though, I gotta say. It seems like when you order the units up from the walls to attack, a lot of them get stuck on the sides of the walls like this. It's kind of bizarre, but I do remember it happening before, so you do have to manually sort of target them to move in. But, hey, I like the fact that the demigriffs are here because it does show us some nice fights. Look at them killing berserkers everywhere they go. Plus, I gotta say, I'm really impressed with this unit of greatswords. They also do a great job holding all of these berserkers. There we go. Nice little line. This is going to be the main fight here between the greatswords and the berserkers, as I said. The greatswords seem to be taking just as many heads as the berserkers are, if not more, which isn't really surprising, as they are much, much more heavily armored. Alright, let's see how we're doing. So, the first unit Berserker, no, this is the first unit that got here, and they were the ones that were charged by the demigriffs, and they're down to 70 troops and, what, about 30% HP, so they've certainly taken some damage. We are also filing the rest of our units in, so any units that were left out there, as well as Wulfrik himself, he's in here somewhere, along with the Skin Wolves. I can't quite spot Wulfrik. I actually want to see if I can find him. Games Workshop should publish a Where's Waldo, but Where's Wulfrik sort of deal. Well, I'm sure there will be some great illustrations in here. I swear, oh, he's out here. I think I might have moved him away because the demigriffs charged him, and then I immediately got him out because I didn't want him to rout, but there we go. These guys are gonna hold the line for a little while, but I don't know how long they can hold it. The main thing here is, as soon as Seafang is up again, the enemy line is going to break. We also have another unit of berserkers that I ran around that came off the walls and ran around all through the back of the city to try to charge any of the remaining units. And here we go, Seafang, number 3, moving through the enemy line and damaging them all fairly heavily. This finally gets the great swords to shatter both units or to waver, and then they get broken. The berserkers also start getting enraged for, berserker reasons. And there we go. Other than the demigriffs, this entire line breaks, and the demigriffs follow fairly shortly. They've taken a decent amount of damage, but they did a pretty good job. I'm really curious to see how they did in terms of kills, as well as the great swords. But finally, the Norskins make it through, and they just overrun these poor fellows. Sorry, Marienburg. Looks like you're going to be a Norscan territory. Let's see if we can't make you another little bastion out here. Huh, like a little detail on the victory point, I take it. Actually, no, the victory point's right here. Just a little courtyard detail. Lovely. Alrighty. Alright, there we go. Easy little victory at Marienburg. I really made a mistake with bothering to send the Marauder Hunters with javelins forward. I thought that they could do a little bit of damage to the enemies up on the walls, but they're so fragile, despite being such a good unit, that they can only really take a couple volleys, and the towers just pinging them constantly just did way too much damage. But hey, it's okay. We will be able to sack this place for a ton of cash, and then hopefully occupy it as well. So sack it for 23k. And then we'll establish the outpost right after, which I believe will take it down to level 2. I would have loved to have it at level 3, but it's okay. At least we can regenerate here. Establish outpost. Yeah, it doesn't say it'll take it down from level 3 to 2, but It does, yeah, that's a shame. And, oh, we can't actually build the Marienburg port here. Huh, that's interesting. Oh wait, yes we can, Marienburg docks. It allows us to get Marauder Hunters with javelins and Marauders with great weapons, but only generates 300 income. But hey, that's alright. Does nice amount of casualty replenishment for this place, though. So at least Wulfrik will heal up quite a bit over a single turn. Then we can sack, we'll raise Grungzint, and that will max out our Serpent favor for the first level of Serpent right after we take Grungzint. It should also be an auto-resolvable battle, since we've already destroyed it, which will be quite lovely, because then we can start getting our first gifts up and running. In fact, let's do that, since we're going to sit here anyway. And you know what? Since we're out of time, I am going to call this episode here. There's some buildings to build and some other boring stuff to do, which I will take care of as I usually do. And then next time, we will start getting off those gifts. We'll probably siege... Might siege Eilhart. I don't know exactly what I want to do here, because the Marienburg will just be able to continuously make armies out of the fort, I think. It's kind of unclear, because the AI cheats, so it gets free money, right? But can it still cheat? Like, it really depends how the cheat works. Is it based off of a percentage of income? Can they make an army with nothing but a fort that generates 0 income? That's my question. Or will they just continuously suffer attrition? And will they continuously suffer attrition to their garrison as well? Because not sure it would make too much sense to be able to support a fort with 0 other places bringing them any food or money and stuff like that. So theoretically, they should start suffering attrition. But if they don't, they don't. That's alright. Throgg, in the meantime, is also going to be full HP, so he will book it all the way to Dietershofen, which will most likely die next episode to Boris Todbringer, and then we're going to have to go after him again to make sure that he doesn't repeat that mistake, especially since he, you know, wussed out and allowed himself to lose the independence of Midland and confederated with the Empire very, very early on. So, yeah, we'll make him pay for his mistakes, but we'll have to wait till next time to do so. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take to leave a like and rate, comment to support the channel. It really, really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.